cars come in through here, and then they drive down this way where they will be tested by staff members trying to make sure that medical health professionals at UW-Med are doing well. Now, basically, this is not just an ideal location because of the ease of use, the access for cars, but it's also great because of the ventilation here. You can see the breeze is moving through, which means viruses are pushed out, which means it limits the spread, right? Much better than any sort of waiting room, which is typically where you do your testing. This clinic for employees only is in Northgate, and patients stay in their cars. They roll through at an appointed time, and then the team in full protective gear administers the test. 2 swabs to the nose, and then they send it off to the lab to be tested. Now, the results, they get everything from the common cold to the flu, and just a few hours they can get those results. And in a day, they can find out about the coronavirus. The hospital says the drive-through setup helps prevent the further spread of the virus, unlike a waiting room. And the key focus is to prevent COVID-19 from spreading through and infecting the entire medical staff.
Is twofold. One is to protect our employees, and the other is to protect our community. And what we've learned from viruses like SARS and other coronaviruses is that they can really rapidly disseminate through a hospital and cripple a healthcare workforce.
Now, at this point, no word on if they're going to expand this type of testing to the general public, but I want to show you this tweet from UW Virology, the lab doing the testing. They're encouraging medical practitioners to start testing more patients, claiming that they have the capability to process 100 more tests daily. And on some hospitals now, like Snoqualmie Valley Hospital, they advertised on their Facebook page that they're opening testing sites, claiming that they can get results through a national laboratory much faster than the state lab. Now, here back at the UW, they are saying now that the next step will be offering this drive-through testing for first responders, but again, not open to the public, not sure when it will be, but we will, of course, keep you informed. I'm Amity Idrisi reporting live from Northgate, King 5 News.